Why you start off laughing?
All right, man, I'm bad.
You know what time it is, man. Red light means green light. Just want to welcome you guys to another episode of Chaotic Convos.
The Chaotic Crew is together once again, giving you another episode.
Time out, bro. No, I ain't see all that.
I'm Ash.
Oh, yeah, you definitely gotta know how to read.
Why
Come
you
on now,
can't teach
boo.
the man how to read?
I'm trying to teach a nigga how to read. I'm Ansel.
What's some of the terminology, bro?
Like, they gonna try to call her like a little tenderoni or something. That is so tired of playing out.
Hughley. Stop saying you want the lifestyle if you don't want to do what it takes to have it. And we got to pay for that.
Really?
You're so bad.
Episode...
He think that something's gonna go down.
I don't think anything gonna go down in my favor.
He think it's gonna
There's
go down
no
his favor,
bro.
All right, go ahead, talk to people.
There's no favor.
Go
What
ahead,
episode
talk to
is
people
this?
and introduce the episode. Hell, I'll introduce it. We
Go
on
ahead.
episode number 26.
26.
26.
Well, then.
Look, man, how's it gonna be in my favor? How's this in my favor?
First of all, the
Anywho,
people don't even know what you're talking about yet. You over here just talking.
So let's
random
get it cleared
nonsense.
up.
well, can we discuss the number 26 before we go on to any
All right, go ahead, man.
discussions?
Okay, I mean, all I was really gonna say about 26 is that was the age that I figured out that a nigga gonna do what a nigga gonna do.
I know that's right.
A nigga is gonna do what a nigga is gonna do. So you need to do what you gonna do and let him do what he gonna do.
What that mean? Man?
So what that means is you keep on hoping and wishing and praying that he gonna change. He not gonna change. That's what it is. It is what the hell it is.
A man is going to change on his own time. You can't make a man change.
You really can't. And, you know, I was reading something today that one of my friends posted, and he was basically saying that, you know, men are very straightforward creatures. You know, if a nigga is feeling you, you're not gonna really have to really second guess it. He's gonna show in his actions.
That's true.
And you have to keep on, you know, questioning stuff. Then there's your answer right there. And you know what? Damn, that's kind of true. That's really true because whenever I've had to question things, it was always a problem in that particular relationship with that person. Whenever I had to, you know, have all these questions. Oh, you know, what you mean by this? You know, why you don't do the things you say you're gonna do? All these. If a nigga gonna act right whenever he want to act right. If he don't, he just ain't the one for you. That's what it is. Honestly, that's really what it is. And it took me, you know, until the age of 26 to realize that. And that was my turning point. You know, it hurt, but I moved on. But yeah, that's what 26 means to me. I don't know what it means to everybody else.
Well,
Yo, got the case of the giggles, man.
no one has the case
I
of the
do.
giggles. Why do you have the case of the giggles, Phil?
I don't know, man.
Enlighten us.
Anyway, 26. Sorry. 26, right? It's a message from the universe that your material and
so you
earthly
just gonna
needs
go ahead and Google
will
it after
always be met.
I told you.
So have faith and trust that the universe will
I told
always
y'all
provide.
what 26 meant to me. So you want to try to get a general.
Follow your
general
divine
idea.
inner guidance
Okay.
and allow it to prompt you to take positive action in your life.
All right.
26.
Positivity. Okay.
And ironically, he just proved what I just said. Niggas gonna do what a niggas gonna do. Okay?
Well, then.
Just saying.
We ready?
We've been ready. Are you ready?
So all I want to say is, it's been a long time coming, right? We've been waiting on this, right?
We've been waiting on what?
We've been
Phil?
waiting on this chicken sandwich to drop, right?
No one was waiting on the chicken
And
sandwich.
so,
I was waiting for
there we go. Thank you. Waiting for this thing to drop.
But okay, let me just start by saying I didn't even know the chicken sandwich was dropping until it dropped. I didn't know anything about the chicken sandwich at Popeyes because I had stopped eating Popeyes for a while. I don't know. I was just kind of over Popeyes, honestly.
I heard about it from Ansel. I had no idea Popeyes was even attempting to release the chicken sandwich. I knew about the po' boy, which is good.
The po' boy.
Yeah, they got a po' boy sandwich there.
That no one gives a
This-
damn about.
Is
It's
it the
good,
shrimp po'
man.
boy?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it real shrimp though, or is it
Man,
like
listen,
frozen shrimp?
I don't know what kind of shrimp it is, but
You
it's
know
decent.
damn well ain't no real shrimp. You know it's frozen.
All I'm saying is third ranked chicken sandwich. if we talking about fast food, chicken sandwiches, drive-through, I give it a 3.
Okay,
I
but
rank it at 3.
did you have the spicy one or did you
I
have
had
the regular one?
I had the regular.
Nah, you have to try the spicy one, Phil.
All I'm saying is,
You can't say anything about the chicken sandwich at Popeyes unless you try the original and the spicy.
it's not better than Chick-fil-A.
It's up there. The spicy one is. The regular one, no. But the spicy one is up there.
How?
What do you mean? How? You haven't tried it? Try it and then come
What's
back
the
to
difference
me.
besides the fact that it's a little spicy? It got spicy mayo. What's gonna be
Just
the difference?
try it and then come
Okay.
back to me.
All right.
And so,
So Phil, you finished or are you done?
But you feel like it's the best
hold
chicken
on,
sandwich ever,
hold on.
man.
But you say it's ranked third. So what comes second? Because you
I
said
put
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A
number
first.
one. Okay,
I
so
put
what's
Chick-fil-A first.
second?
I put Zaxby's in the second spot on the chicken sandwich too.
You was
before
low down, raggedy, tasteless nigga.
before
Mind you
that
all,
Popeyes.
before Phil finishes his sentence, I want you all to remember the first episode where Phil said that he had the audacity to measure out his sugar for his Kool-Aid.
Right.
This nigga don't know what good food tastes like.
That's not
He's
fact.
hit
That
it.
is fiction.
He's hit it on a couple of things.
No,
and
more
now
than a
he
couple.
think he got good taste overall. No, you don't, sir. You lost.
Dude,
me.
that chicken sandwich has so much breading on it. When you bit into it, some parts are just straight breading.
Listen,
No.
I'm sorry that whatever location you went to,
Right.
maybe Big Kathy in the back, she was on her 700 sandwich of the day, and so she wasn't making it to the standards of the Popeyes Corporation, and you got burnt. I'm sorry that was your experience. However, mine and Ashton's, along with the rest of Black America, the majority of Black America.
No, not
we
majority.
had the majority of
Nah,
Black
bro.
America. If
Nah,
you go on social media, the evidence is there. I can pull up tweets
I bet
right
you they
now.
ain't saying that sandwich better than Chick-fil-A
They
sandwich.
sure
no.
are, sir.
Nah.
They
Most
sure
of them
Not
that
wrong
I
with
have
that.
seen been saying
No.
that it's up there with Chick-fil-A.
Up there, maybe, but it's not better than.
You the one saying
But you still
Zaxby's
haven't
is
tried
number
the
2.
spicy.
No,
No
Zaxby's
one's
is
even
number 2.
putting Zaxby's in the damn running. I've seen people try to put Wendy's in the running. No one's talking about Zaxby's. You the only one trying to bring Zaxby's up in this conversation.
I'll put Sonic.
Ain't nobody-
I'll put Sonic in number 2 there.
Only Sonic, I don't give a damn about Sonic the Hedgehog. You ain't talking about him, I don't give a damn.
Dude, I'm just saying.
Because you ain't going to disrespect
There's no
Popeye.
way.
That's Annie's chicken, okay?
There's no way you feel that chicken sandwich is better than Chick-fil-A.
What the hell you talking about right now? That chicken sandwich
Nah.
is, yes, the hell it is. Because first of all, the main difference right here is
That's cap,
seasoning.
man.
It's seasoning.
That's
Popeye
cap.
seasons their chicken. I love Chick-fil-A, but I
Yeah,
know
I
they
was
don't
gonna say that
season
it was
their
more
chicken.
flavorful, and for me the meat was more moist.
Exactly. It was nice and moist and succulent. It was succulent fried chicken. I'm sorry if you have gotten accustomed to the white people's chicken over
Oh,
at
not
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is white people's
Let me
chicken.
continue.
Nah, before
Let
all
me
this
continue.
happened, you love
Let me
Chick-fil-A.
continue. I
loved it.
didn't say I
Nah.
didn't like Chick-fil-A. I didn't say
Nah.
they still gonna be in my rotation because I love their salads. Salads are good. Okay? Now Popeye starts making some salads, I know to tell you.
Man,
Okay.
Popeyes would never do that.
But they're not gonna do that because they too rooted in the black community and niggas don't really like to mix, salads with their chicken like that. I get it. I just try to be I'm gonna have my new healthy lifestyle, so it's a personal decision for me.
I'm dead.
But I know my people as a whole ain't gonna be too keen to see a salad on Popeye's menu.
They got
know.
green beans, don't they?
That's different. We've gotten accustomed to eating that, with our dirty rice and our 2 pieces of white meats and a biscuit on the side. That's different. But to go to Popeyes and say, I want a
Man.
salad, you're going to get a big old side eye. So I understand why Popeyes has not made that move yet. That would be a big cultural shift.
I don't like Popeyes chicken, man.
That's fine. You don't gotta like Popeyes chicken. It's for us niggas. Not the
Listen, there's nothing wrong with being third, man. You still medal when you third. You get a bronze medal, man.
But how you
you can tell that the
Hey, look.
Zaxby's
how
and
you put
Chick-fil-A,
Zaxby's
there's nothing
before
wrong being third.
before Popeyes?
Huh?
How you put Zaxby's chicken sandwich?
I
Which
just
one are
didn't
you
like
talking
the
about?
chicken
The
sandwich,
club
bro.
sandwich or the?
I just didn't like their chicken sandwich, man.
But
to me, it was just it's too much breading.
Nah, I think you should go back and try the spicy one, Phil, for real.
What difference is it gonna make?
It's gonna make a difference.
I'm gonna
trust
bite
me,
into it
because
and it's
I
still gonna
tried
be
the
breaded.
regular one first,
Uh-huh.
and the regular one was okay. It was good to me, but when I tasted the spicy one, I was like, oh yeah, this it.
But do you feel like it's better than a Chick-fil-A sandwich? This is my question for both of y'all.
I can't really make the decision because
Yes,
it's up
I've been
there.
eating them sandwiches
That's
my whole
cap.
damn
That's
life.
cap, bro.
Yes.
Nah.
Ain't no damn cap.
Nah, man.
Ain't no cap. You know how many free chicken sandwiches I have for Chick-fil-A? I know all up in that chicken sandwich. I know exactly how many pickles they put on it. I know the bread to chicken ratio.
Nah.
I know exactly how many Chick-fil-A sauce you need to put on there.
Okay.
I know you can put half Chick-fil-A sauce, half Polynesian sauce. What's gonna taste like? I know all about the combinations of that sandwich, which is why I'm telling you right now on August 20th that Popeye sandwich is better than that Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Well
You
then,
take
there
it to
you
the
have
bank
it.
and cash that check
Well, there you have it, folks.
Nah, man. That's cap.
to you. You are entitled to your wrong opinion.
I'm not the only one, man.
That's fine. You and them other
That's
10
fine.
niggas, y'all can go ahead
Okay.
and form your own little Popeyes hate group and go to Chick-fil-A. Keep going to Chick-fil-A.
I'll try the
Okay.
spicy.
Yeah, try the spicy one, bro. Then come back
All right, man. I'm done.
and base your opinion.
And go to a different Popeyes. How about you go to the one?
But the Popeyes I went to was fairly new.
How about you go to the one that's by my nice churches that I like going to?
Now see,
I don't know about
that
that.
one.
that's why I say your taste
I don't
buds
know about
suspect
that.
because you talking about churches, man.
Churches is good.
No.
Nah, churches
Churches
got
is
that
good.
hormone behind chicken.
Churches
like
We had
they,
this discussion.
Churches is good.
churches pumps their chicken
has
with
been a
hormones and
staple in the
steroids.
black community for years. You
They
ain't gonna
chicken too
talk
big for
about
me.
churches to me.
Nah, the only
You
thing
ain't
good
gonna
at
talk
churches is
about
their biscuits.
churches.
Their
That-
chicken
nope.
too big.
No, that macaroni and cheese is popping. That Cajun rice with that gravy is popping. Them shrimps is popping. It's all popping. If you don't like churches, that's fine. You ain't gotta like them. They don't need commercials. They still selling out
That's nasty.
good. That's fine.
Nah,
fine.
church's chicken is too big
That's
for me. I'm
fine.
sorry, I can't agree with that one, bro.
All right, man.
Go ahead and go to
I
KFC.
still-
We don't need you anyway.
Not. That's definitely nasty.
Go to
Yeah,
KFC.
I don't eat KFC at all.
no.
No, KFC has good potato wedges though.
No, they don't.
They potato wedges are good.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
That's all a potato wedge is literally a wedge of potato. And just because they put a little bit more salt on them than the rest of the people do, don't mean they good.
I
You gonna
Okay.
tell me? You gonna tell me you like Popeyes fries too?
Hell yeah.
fries good.
Popeyes fries are
The
top
Cajun
three.
fries.
I'm done, man. I'm
You
done.
gotta get them fresh,
Your
though.
taste buds are really
Nah,
trash.
nope. I'm not rolling with you,
Popeyes
bro.
Whose
fries, they
fries?
have
Who
to be.
fries?
They have to
Do
be
you think
fresh.
it's better than
Popeyes fries are not
Popeyes?
good,
Who
bro.
fries do you think is better than Popeyes? Who?
Checkers fries is
That's the
better.
only one. That's the only one.
Yeah,
And you say anyone else besides Checkers.
Wendy's fries
you wrong.
is better than
You
that.
a damn
Oh
liar.
no, hell
Wendy's.
no,
Wendy's.
no, bruh.
Why not?
First of
Bruh,
all, they
just
still
stop
give you,
now while you're ahead.
they still giving you salt on the side for their damn fries. 'Cause they know their fries is raggedy and
done with you,
tired
bro.
and dry
Alright.
and tasteless.
Okay.
Those fries are
Chick-fil-A
made
fries
for the
are better
white
than
people.
Popeyes.
Those are
Chick-fil-A,
waffle fries.
they fries.
And they are not better than Popeyes.
Oh my
Again, there ain't
God,
no
bro.
seasoning. You need some Chick-fil-A sauce, some Polynesian
Them fries
sauce
be
to dip in.
soggy
if
and
you don't,
cold every time I go
I'm
there.
sorry, the people at Popeyes don't like you. They don't like you. I don't know what it is. I don't know who you pissed off at Popeyes. I don't know.
All right, man.
But I got a different Popeyes experience
Okay.
whenever I walk into that establishment.
All
They
right.
know me up in there.
Man, I can't do.
I'm done, man.
I'm
Well,
sorry
then.
for you.
It's okay, Phil.
It's fine.
Just go back to eating them bland fried from Wendy's.
Right.
Dude, those fries are not bland.
And go ahead and keep
What?
on eating. Yo, this is the same niggas over here on break eating kale
Wait.
chips.
Chill, bro.
What's the
Seaweed, man.
Seaweed
Oh.
chips.
Why you
But
hating
gonna
on
try
my
to tell
seaweed?
me about Popeye chicken sandwich? Man, please.
What's wrong with seaweed, man?
What's
It's
wrong with
good,
seaweed?
It's good and it's good
That
for
is
you.
not for us.
You are the only person that I know that eats seaweed.
Not a lot of people know about seaweed, man.
The fishes do.
Well,
The
try
fishes.
the seaweed.
SpongeBob
man.
know about it.
The
Well,
fish.
It's good for you, man, and it's delicious.
Okay, you keep telling
To
yourself
each
that
their
lie.
own.
And sesame seaweed is good.
You keep telling yourself that lie. You ain't gonna convince them. These niggas listen to us. They gonna try some damn.
I bet you they tried. I bet it's good.
Nah,
These
bro.
niggas is not gonna go out and eat some seaweed.
You get
they
three-
barely want to eat sushi. You,
You
think they
can
gonna
get
eat
3
some
for 4.
seaweed?
You can get
I
3
know
for
that's
4
right.
at Publix right now. $3 of them for $4. Publix right now.
You know what? I'm.
All right, moving on.
Yeah. I'm not even going.
What's the current chaos?
Child, well, I mean, I know it's a little late. I know it's a little late, but I kind of want to, touch on the little Trina thing, the little Trina and Nikki thing. I know it was last week, but we didn't really get a chance to discuss that on our show.
So what happened?
Well, I'm gonna see how I can sort of sum this up as quickly as I can. Basically, Trina and Nicki made this song called Baps. They recorded it a couple years ago.
Okay.
And Trina was kind of holding on to the song because she wanted to put it on her album that came out earlier this year that no one cared about. And see, everyone that know me didn't know I love Trina. That's my girl. I've been down for Trina ever since Nan Nick. That's my girl. I love her, but I'm just being real. No one really care about the album. So they were supposed to make a video for the song once shortly after it got released. About I think it was like what was that, June, I think. But something ended up happening. They didn't end up releasing the song. So when the whole Hot Girl Summer thing came with Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki was going hard promoting it and they were on live talking about how they were making the video, they did all this stuff. I guess Trina's team got angry and they was calling Nicki fake and all this stuff. Things that had been said before.
Was anybody in particular on her team saying this?
It was her. I think it was her manager.
It was her A&R.
Her A&R, and her cousin.
Bobby Lights.
Bobby Lights, that nigga who he talked way too much, but they was going in on Nicki, talking about how Nicki didn't hold up her end of the deal and how she wasn't really trying to help Trina out and all this stuff. And, everybody was waiting for Trina to respond. And, Trina being the extra Dade County resident that she is, she had people wait till about 11:15 at night on a work week to basically say that she didn't have no problems with Nicki. It was all some behind the scenes business stuff that went wrong, and she didn't need no one talking for her, right? But my whole thing is that even though she don't have a problem with Nicki, and she cleared the fact that Nicki didn't really have anything to do with it. Now it does not negate what was said about Nicki, the fact that she is fake. That's something that has been said for quite some time from multiple people. It doesn't really negate that fact, because my whole thing is what her A&R did say that made sense to me was that Nicki, she's an opportunist, and the fact that she's aligning herself with Megan, who's hot right now, she's trying to get on that wave. Like I said last week, she's trying to get on that wave.
But who wouldn't though? We talked. Who wouldn't want to?
Right, but see the thing
there's an opportunity, you jump on it.
Right, but see the thing is that this is contrary to her character from years prior, where she wasn't really caring or stunting any type of other female rapper. She was doing her own thing, but now that she isn't the hot kid on the block anymore, she's trying to align herself with Megan, who is. Because before, she wasn't really trying to do little female collaborations. She had to get tricked into doing the motorsport thing with Cardi, and we know how that ended up.
So, in her career, from the beginning to where it is now, she never had any solid female artist collaborations on her albums or any songs like that before that?
No,
She had to put
not
people
female
on.
artists, other female
Rappers.
Rappers.
That was never something that she.
She did a song with Lil' Kim?
What song was that?
She didn't do anything with Lil' Kim at all?
Okay, all right.
I know they had some sort of
think
beef, but I
you're
thought they patched it
probably-
up. And
Are you thinking about was that? But see, I think it was a mixtape.
But she
thing.
did something with
I
her,
think
though,
that
right?
was Gucci. It was her. I think it was the Freaky Girl remix. with Kim and Nikki, I think. Don't get me telling lies.
Never?
That was either Kim or that was
had
Trina.
them.
Yeah, but
What I'm saying is, Nikki could see. It's different when there's a male rapper who says, "Okay, I want you and you on this song."
Right.
Nikki has never been the person to say, "Okay, I want this girl on my song, this rapper on my song."
Yeah. So basically, I want this
Yeah.
female feature on my.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's something that other female rappers have done in the past, but
What's wrong with that
thing.
though? Why she can't? What's wrong with that? There's plenty of rappers that don't have features. J. Cole for a while, he
Right.
put out albums. He never had a feature on them.
Well, that was after he actually had his feature, with Jay-Z. That was after the fact. But the whole thing with Nicki is that she was always trying to distance herself from other female
Right.
rappers, right? And it wasn't a problem, but now she's trying to switch up the game on people, and it's coming out of the blue. And that's what people kind of questioning, the.
Her motives
exactly.
Right.
with
Yeah.
Megan. I got it.
Yeah, so that's what that whole thing is, and then really, I don't really feel as if it is genuine. I don't really feel it's genuine. You know?
I mean, it's the music industry. A lot of stuff in the music industry isn't very genuine. It's all
Yeah,
about trying to keep your brand relevant.
but see,
and like also
go ahead.
in today's time, like a lot of artists make music off of clickbait and streams. So I'm pretty sure she knows that Megan is gonna get a lot of streams at this point of where she is right now. So of course she's gonna want to try to collaborate with her and push whatever song, collaborate with her and push whatever song that Megan is on. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense.
How long has this song been out now?
It's
like
been out
2
for
weeks?
about 2 weeks.
Is it even
2 or
hot?
3 weeks.
Because I still
it-
haven't heard it yet, except for the one time you played it.
It made its debut on the Hot 100 this week. I think it came in at number 11, but it's probably more likely it's going to kind of decline from this point on because, of course, it charts so high because of the hype and everything.
I don't know now. It might get more push because it hasn't really got pushed on the radio yet.
And I haven't seen it on the timeline at all. Like I've heard a lot of Young Thug, and I heard some other people, but I haven't heard any Nicki and all the other stuff.
But the reason why I think it's probably going to decline because, one, it was meant to be a summer anthem. Summer's about to close out. So we kind of moving past hot girl, hot boy summer. So, that's kind of going to slowly die down. Once the video drops, people are going to be interested a little bit.
That's why I say it's probably gonna.
But even
spike up a
then,
little
because
bit.
interest, it kind of goes quickly, So we'll see. But I was watching this video that Nikki, I guess she was with Joe Budden. She was on the show, and she was basically saying how she shaded Cardi, saying how she would feel so crazy if she had Grammys and number ones, but she wasn't on no one's top 50 list. And
Cardi's new.
it's
though,
just
bro.
it's so crazy to me how she's really has just turned to such a hater. Now I always knew she was a hater, but now she's like she can't even really hide anymore because she's so frustrated. I'm like, why is Cardi have you so upset? I mean, I know why Cardi has her upset because because Cardi did exactly what she wanted to do when she first came in. Get number ones or get a Grammy, all this stuff, and she's trying to act as if it don't bother her. But every time Nicki has flowed from 2009 to now, it was always talking about, oh, I'm the richest, I'm the baddest female rapper in the game. I got this, I got that, and now all of a sudden, oh, stats don't matter to you because Cardi did it in a year and a half, and you been in the game 10 years, and you ain't getting no Grammy on no number one yet.
Is it weird that people in music or rappers refer to stats when they're musicians? Is that weird? Because stats are more for sports, right?
Not really.
Why not?
I mean, but stats have to do with winning awards and stuff too,
Yeah.
though. So
What's that really matter though?
I guess to just say that you have that
Just a way to brag, just something else to brag about.
It,
Right. I mean, because
I-
same thing like how you comparing it to sports. Like when athletes win certain medals and have certain honors, they talk about that. They want to be the one. They want to be number one. So why wouldn't you be an artist? Why wouldn't you want to have this type of award? Why wouldn't you want to celebrate that
Because
being an artist?
But you actually playing a sport where those stats have relevance, like rebounds and tackles and receptions and all that matters, because at the end of the day, those little things matter for the big things, like a win and championship and all that stuff.
And that matters in like really in rap as well. Like, you know, who the hottest who got the hottest stuff. Rappers been rapping talking about their stats for years.
Yeah, they have been boasting and bragging. I can see
Biggie
that.
was,
This is how
Biggie
much
was
money
talking
I got.
about
Blah 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 blah.
how much he sold in a week, you know, in the early 2000s. Like that's like part of just your bragging, like telling these other niggas in the game, like, you know, get on my level. So it makes sense that you don't talk about your stats. I mean, you don't really see singers doing it as much because it's like we don't expect that from you. The only person who's really started doing it recently, to like I can think of, is Beyonce. But you know, Beyonce, she deserves to talk about her stuff because she's been in the game for so long, so she deserves to brag.
Start talking about them Chick-fil-A stats, man.
What?
Anyway, what's
Little
next, man?
passive-aggressive remark.
What's next, man? What else is on the docket?
Docket, man.
keep saying
I keep
docket.
telling you,
Kill
you're
that,
not gonna
girl.
get sued
I
by
apologize.
Kaya and them.
My
You keep
bad.
talking about the docket. Lord, I'm over here dropping my wine.
See, look
Kill
at that.
that.
I ain't gonna kill that.
Hey, did y'all see the post about that dude, the guy that was, I guess the white lady saw him looking at her and felt the way and called the police, and so they, you know, confronted him and pulled him to the side and detained him because the lady said that he was looking at her suspiciously.
Yeah, and that was some bullshit.
I didn't see that.
They apologized to him.
Yeah, I
They
saw
gave
that.
him an apology.
But
Sorry,
what
sir.
is that though? Like the fact that you had to really detain me because a woman told you that I was looking at her suspiciously. Like, what is looking at somebody suspiciously?
Well, listen. Back in the day, if a black man looked at a white woman suspiciously, Buddy would have got beat half to death. At least that didn't happen this time.
How do you look at someone suspiciously?
I don't
Can
know,
you show
man.
me that look?
I don't know.
I
Maybe-
probably have looked at people suspiciously.
I don't know, man. She felt that way. And
I want to know
they
what happens
detained
if I call the police about a white man looking at me suspiciously.
Nothing.
Let's find out. Let's do an experiment
Well,
and
maybe
then
we should.
Well, give me your best
Let's-
white voice. Give me your best white voice.
let's record it. There'll be some content. Let's see what happens. Go
Oh,
on
so
the
I would
street.
have to call the police and put on a white voice to do
Yes.
that.
Put your
Put
best
them to
white
come out?
voice. Yes. I'm waiting here. I want to hear it.
Really?
Yes, I'm dead for real.
I don't. How?
You really think the cops not coming unless you put on a white voice?
Hell yeah. I've tested it out. One time, this is I was at
This
college.
man said he tested it
These
out.
niggas was having a party next door to me. I was trying to go to sleep. I had to go to church in the morning. These niggas were over here at some 1:30 in the morning, and that thing wasn't nowhere near close to getting shut down. So I called the first time, and you know I was just speaking regular, and no one came like 30 minutes after I called. So I called again. I put my white voice on. I promise you, they was there in 5 minutes. I promise you.
Is that exaggeration, man?
I'm not. I was like, I'm getting very. I'm seriously. I feel threatened. I don't know what's going on. I think someone's selling drugs.
Wow.
I sure did.
That's messed up.
I
man.
sure did. I had to go to sleep. I had thin walls, so they had to
Wow.
go. So what's your white voice?
I don't have a white voice because I'm not white.
I know, but every black person has a white voice.
Dude,
I just don't have one.
You lying?
I'm just happy Buddy didn't get beat half to death. Because that has happened in the past.
I really didn't hear anything about that.
You didn't hear it? It was on
Yeah, I
time.
heard about it.
I really
Well,
didn't.
how y'all feel about the Tanzania politician that wants to launch a database of married men to catch cheaters?
Wait, what?
Wait a minute, man. Look, give me some insight on this, man. So he wants to create a database.
That, has
All the
of
men that are married.
Right.
So if they get caught cheating, then what happens to them?
Well, I guess women have been complaining that men have been deceiving them by making false promises. So I guess he wants all married men to like report. Well, I guess be reported into this database.
So they
I don't know
they
if it's
can't pull
where,
up on girls.
I don't know if it's where like women can search the person's name in the database and find out if they're married or not, and then
That's what it sounds like.
decide whether or not they want to mess with the person or not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Because what is it? The guy never tells. What's the excuse? He never told me.
Right, or
I
either
didn't know.
Or either he's lied.
I didn't know.
First of all, this
He
is
never
stupid
said
as
anything.
hell.
How you
This is
feel?
stupid
How
as
you feel it's
hell.
stupid?
It's stupid as hell because one, this is an invasion of privacy. So you're going to require these married men to put themselves in a database. So in case they get like some kind of like triggered. Oh, he's married. What you gonna do then? Okay, what?
Leave him alone.
But he acted like he want to try to do something. Now, see, I was kind of on board with the whole idea, but
the man.
why this gotta be married man? Why we can't put all niggas in there?
But what do you
Because,
mean?
man,
Put all niggas in
it
there
only,
so I
it
can.
only
Wow,
counts as
that would-
infidelity when you married, though.
No, but see, this is how you can prove it. Put
That
every
would defeat
nigga
the
in
purpose.
there. Put every nigga in there, and then there needs to be consequences if someone wastes my time. So you need to be fined.
No,
$500.
because that would
I
defeat
like
the
that
purpose.
one. Why?
Because the main purpose of him creating a database was just to relieve pain from women who are suffering from cheaters.
That's sis' personal problem, okay?
Are you serious? So who
That's-
wants to be messing with a married man though?
It's
You
women
can
out- it's some
tell when a
women out
nigga's
there
pregnant.
want
I mean, not pregnant, married.
You cannot
can-
tell. Not
yes,
all the
you
time.
can.
These niggas are deceit.
Listen,
Are you
listen.
serious?
If you can't see him all
I
the time,
gotta hear this, man.
Nah.
if you can't see a nigga all the time, he give you a specific time to call.
But that don't
you
mean
a
he
dumb
doesn't-
hoe. You don't
but
know
that
what's going on.
Nah, it's a lot. It's
What?
married men out there that move like they are not married for real. Are
And
you?
there's a lot of birds that believe them too. To be flocking right after them.
I find it hard to believe that
You can't tell when
a
niggas
married man can get away with. It'll be some mistakes made. man.
Exactly.
All right. So say for instance, like a man is like you meet a man and he's out of the country or whatever like that. Well, no, out of his city on like a business trip or something, and he's in a certain city for like 3 to 6 months, and you meet him out or whatever like that, and he tell you that he not married, and y'all talking, while the 3 to 6 months that he's in your city or whatever like that. He never once mentioned the fact of being married, but now he has to go back home where he's originally from, and so you still continue talking with that man or whatever like that, and how would you be able to prove whether or not he was married if he was portraying to you?
Social media.
Nah, because not all men are on social media.
If he's not on social media, he's not gonna be. I'm not talking to him.
See,
'Cause if I
but
can't- if
not
I can't
everybody
do-
thinks like you
If
though,
I
bro.
can't do investigation on the side, then you're not
Nah.
for me.
I think with social media, it makes it a little bit more challenging for infidelity like that.
It does.
Because there's
Back
gonna
in
be
the day,
photos
we had
somewhere,
no
though.
social media.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about back. We talking about right now.
Okay,
Right, and
but
then-
it doesn't matter though. Like a lot, I know people that aren't on social media.
And they shady.
Nah.
But they don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to be on social media. But everybody has a phone, and somebody's taking a picture of somebody somewhere. No,
Nah.
I don't know, man. I don't. To me, I feel like if a person is married, it's really gonna be difficult for them to cover that up now.
Unless
in the
they're
day,
married
I
and
can
they're
see that.
separated.
Right.
And-
I mean, and it's certain women out there who wouldn't even want to deal with a man who is separated. Like they would want to talk to a man who is fully, who is fully single, not separated. Make sure they have a divorce first.
I mean, that's all well and good for them. But my whole thing is, you still gotta use context clues. Cause I'm telling you,
Video
most
chat.
niggas aren't that slick.
What video
They're
chat
really
and
not.
stuff like that. I mean, how? There's no way you can get away with it.
There's only so
What do
many
you mean? There's no way you can get
excuses
away with
you
that.
can give.
It's some slick ass niggas out there, bro.
They not really. I don't think they're really that slick. I just think the people that's dealing with is kind of stupid.
Okay, I can understand early 2000s, late 90s getting away with it, but how now? Because 99% of
I
the
just
time,
gave you a
it
scenario.
want to be FaceTime. Okay, but even still, yo, I'm trying to hit you on a FaceTime.
Okay.
Why you can't talk to me right now? What's going on? Hit you on some sort of social media. Somebody, his significant other or his spouse.
So what if the significant other work overnight? If she works overnight or whatever, and he home, so you FaceTiming with him all late night or whatever like that while the wife at work, you're not gonna suspect nothing of that.
Yeah, but she probably got a social media.
First of all, niggas are usually the ones that got an overnight
It don't
jobs.
not.
They usually
You said
working
usually though.
overnight
You said usually
jobs.
though. It's some women that work overnight jobs, nurses,
And
for example. Nurses, for example.
And then the thing is, in the scenario that you talking about with a nigga being on some business trip that's lasting for about 3 months, we know damn well Tawana down the street is not dealing with no nigga that's on a business trip for no 3 months.
Are you serious?
We're talking about girls and people, other people who are dealing with niggas who they probably work the late shift at Walmart. And
What females are you putting into this category? Because
I know a lot of people I'm just talking about the general person.
No.
The general person is not dealing with no nigga that's on a 3-month business trip and they're being fooled.
There are many of men that are on business trips for long periods of time.
With your scenario,
But they're not dating. They're
the
not
dude
dating
goes
these people you
back
talking
home.
about.
Dude goes back home, and the girl that he met in the other state or whatever doesn't hear from that guy for like a week, 2 weeks. She doesn't start wondering something at that point.
But how do you know she's not gonna be hearing from him a week or 2 weeks? He can
But,
still
I mean,
be
if
acting
he's-
like everything is all good and grand, like
But
texting her regularly.
But if you
calling.
go from, that's what I'm saying. But if you go from, I'm here in this state and I'm spending time with you because I'm on a business trip and I'm pretty much, I'm ghosting on my wife, so to say. Which again, I think is going to be difficult because now your wife is going to start questioning stuff because you're being different. So you go back home and now you've already messed up things with your wife. So now you got to give her more attention. So the girl that you were talking to in the other state is getting less attention. I think she's going to start wondering something at that point. Like, why am I not hearing from him now?
And then also, why are you expecting so much from a nigga who lives states away? Why? Because you know why?
I don't see how.
You know why? Because you're flocking.
It just
'cause
don't
you a
seem like
bird.
it'd be that
Nah.
easy, man.
Yes.
First off, men can be manipulators. You will be real surprised. Yes.
You give us a lot of credit, yo.
Listen, you
Hey,
really do.
I appreciate
give
that, Al.
niggas a lot of credit.
I appreciate that. You give us a lot of credit.
I have dealt with so many different men. I promise you, they are not as slick as you think they are.
I appreciate
They're
it,
I
man.
know
not.
I know some slick ass niggas.
Listen,
bruh.
women are the slick ones.
That's facts.
Now, a woman can be married with 5 kids, and you would never know it.
At all.
Never.
What?
Never.
Are you serious?
Never. Women are very, very slick. And they don't want you to know something, you're not going to know it.
I agree with
Period.
that.
I don't know.
But you're
bruh.
giving these niggas way too much clout.
Because I know some slick ass niggas.
I just feel like after a while, I'd probably just get too comfortable, start making some mistakes,
Yeah.
leaving stuff open, not
Okay.
making calls.
All right, but at the end of the day, all of that could have been avoided if we could have just looked them up in the database,
That's an invasion
And
of
saw.
privacy, man.
I feel
whether
like
or
that
not
is
he was
kinda
married.
That's an invasion of privacy.
How is
And
that
it
an
should-
invasion of
and it should
privacy?
work both ways.
Marriage is a public thing.
And it should work both ways.
That's true too. It is
How is that an
public.
invasion of
You're
privacy
right.
when marriage is a public thing?
It's about thing. That's fine, but also it needs to work both ways. It should not just be a benefit of one gender.
Okay, I mean, I wouldn't see nothing wrong with it being, if they had a database for women being married too.
Oh, believe me, there'll be someone that would have a problem with it. Because a lot of y'all like what things benefit y'all, but when it's the other way around, y'all gonna be for it.
Look, and while y'all was talking about the social media thing, I'm on live right now. This girl said this boy I met on vacation just got married and didn't even post his wife.
How she found out?
So how social media, like,
How did she find
men
out?
don't put everything on social media.
How did she find out though?
Right? How did you know she got married?
I don't know. I'm waiting for her to reply back.
And
She probably heard.
why did he with Big Bird? Because Big Bird, she had no problem with him not posting their wedding.
But how you know
pictures.
she Big Bird?
She is Big Bird. I was my nigga. I would get married, but they don't post a picture of damn. What? Are you serious? Y'all really allowing this in your lives? Really?
Some girls
Really?
don't. Some girls don't care about that stuff though.
Just to say you have a man.
Hello?
Some girls don't care about that though.
You know, these are the same ones.
There is some
the
girls that do
same
care about
ones
that.
that are paying their niggas child support. Just like I said, I will always go back to that because I'm not gonna take some bull. Just like I said, I have a nigga. I'm not doing it.
But we talked about this.
I'm not doing
Ash,
it.
you mad if the dude doesn't post you on his social medias?
And she said that
I said I wouldn't care.
She said she wouldn't care, but so like a wedding, Ash she gonna have a problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, if we get married, I would like you to post at least one picture. I mean, come on now.
He don't post nothing.
She said she got his friend on Snapchat.
See, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Point. Social media.
Some way,
you can.
everybody got a camera.
But if she did not have his
on.
friend on Snapchat, she would not
But
have
the
known.
point is, you can figure out what nigga got going on if you do a little bit of digging.
But she shouldn't even have to do all that though.
If you want, you shouldn't have to. But in the world we live in, if you want to make sure the nigga you got is at least decent, you gotta do a little bit of digging.
Nah, bro.
Because best believe this nigga that I'm talking
if
to
people
right
would just
now.
be truthful, you wouldn't even have to do all that.
Well, you know what? That's the utopia world that we don't live in. We don't live in this perfect society where people are telling truths because they just not.
Exactly. This girl said, I like my privacy, and people be trying to be too nosy on social media. Exactly. Trying to figure out your life. But I mean, to each his own.
I don't really give a damn.
Can you be private and have a social media though?
Yes.
You can.
Isn't that kind of contradicted though?
No.
The whole idea is to be social and express yourself in your life or whatever.
But you don't have
you
to express
can.
your life. You can just post pictures all day. People still want to know your life.
Okay. All right.
It just depends on the context of which you're doing it. I just find it funny when my friends see my friends post stuff, and I'm like, I know your life is a mess, but these niggas they're not gonna know it. I'm not gonna tell your business, but I know your life is a mess. But you gonna make it seem like everything's going all good.
Right.
That's a lot of drama, man.
What?
All of that.
I mean,
Following and just not being truthful about being married and all that other stuff. It's like,
Okay, so
that's crazy.
when to piggyback on what you were saying about like some people don't care about posting them and stuff. So like when you get married, would you post your wife?
Yeah, I'll post her. But I know she doesn't really care about it. At least, you know what? I just want to step back. Because girls always say, oh, I don't care about this type of stuff, or I don't care about that. And then the actions just say something totally different, man. They'll say, I don't care, or no, I don't need that. But then when you don't do it and you listen to their words and you don't follow through, then their actions say something a little different. Why is that? Why do girls say this isn't important or that isn't important, but then it seems like it is important?
Probably because I know for me, I'm just speaking for myself and my point of view on this. A lot of things that I do care about and things that I would like to receive in a relationship, I don't necessarily want to say all of them. I want you to be able to read my mind and just do them.
Fantasy, bro.
I know. Listen, I know it's a fantasy. I know it is. But see, I feel
That's one thing I've learned. A man cannot read your mind. Like
Dude, no one can read your mind.
I'm damn. Listen,
What are you
I'm
talking
damn-
about? No one can read your mind.
Listen, I had to learn it the hard way multiple times.
bruh. You
And then
gotta
over here
communicate with that person.
You getting pissed off at him and he don't know why.
Dude, my last relationship, she was like, I wish you could just read my mind. Dude, how? Tell me what's up.
Because it don't seem genuine if
Nah.
I gotta tell you to do it, then you do it.
That's the
I
whole
want
idea
you
of
to be able to do it
communication.
because you just felt the right thing to do.
Nah, man.
I know it sounds crazy. I know it don't make sense. I know this makes sense. I know it don't. But how do I look like tell a nigga, oh, post me on your Instagram?
just like how you said it. Post it
Exactly.
on your Instagram.
No.
That's
Because
what-
that comes off as sounding like I'm doing too much. And
That's
no.
where vulnerability comes from in a relationship. You need to be able to step up and be vulnerable in your relationship. That's the only
I
way it's
agree.
going to grow.
So
I agree.
funny that you say that.
And you ain't even got to say it like that. You can be like, I like it when you post me on social media. It makes me feel good. I enjoy that.
What if he hasn't done it yet? So what am I going to say?
But that's just the way of planting the seed. I like it when. And so, you know what I'm saying? We hear that. All right. I want to keep my girl happy.
Or just say like in the past, like dudes I've dealt with have posted me on their social media, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of put it out there that that's what you like.
Nah, you say it to me like that, I'm gonna be like, man, so that's some other dudes.
What?
Nah, don't tell me about what some other dude did.
I mean, but at least you still putting it out there.
Yeah, but you tell me about what some other dude did in your past relationship. That ain't gonna work for me. I'm just being 100.
I mean, but you still putting it out there though.
You are. You right. But if you tell me this is my other dude, then I'm like,
See, that's what I'm trying to figure out how I could go about saying this without saying it.
See,
Like that's my struggle. And see, I don't really like being too vulnerable with a nigga. I like having the upper hand, And I was on Twitter and I saw a post about attachment types, right? And it says 4 different types of attachment types. You have the fearful avoidant, the dismissive avoidant, the securely attached, and the anxiously attached, right? So basically, people were trying to see which one describes them. So I'm gonna just kind of give you a brief overview of each one. So it says fearful avoidant are people that tend to feel used or exploited in relationships. They can kind of prematurely pull away from them when they feel rejected or overwhelmed. They tend to crave emotional intimacy, but they feel deeply mistrustful of others. Then you have the dismissive avoidant who can appear well put together and have an inflated sense of self. They have difficulty being vulnerable and intimate. They can get in touch with emotions easier when there's a shared experience. The securely attached people, they're focused on creating win-win situations. They're able to ask for repairs more directly from their partner. They have strong self-soothing skills and are able to work through difficult moments. And then the last one, the anxiously attached person, sensitive to outside threats. They crave a lot of attention, want a lot of closeness and intimacy, and they act out when they feel threatened. So,
okay, so are you the last one?
No, I'm dismissive. I'm definitely dismissive because
Do you agree with that, Phil?
I really tend to dismiss needs unless shit is not my own. Because I feel like if mine aren't being met, why do I care about yours? This is terrible. No, listen. I'm being honest.
okay,
honest.
you being honest.
I'm being
Good.
honest. Okay. I have difficulty being vulnerable. I'm not a person. I could tell you so many things about myself,
Dude.
but I'm not being vulnerable.
but what's a relationship without vulnerability, though?
I'm learning.
But I feel like you like to brag on yourself, though. So I don't understand how you can't communicate that to your partner.
That's different. Bragging on myself, I really don't really brag on myself. I'm just I'm confident in who I am as a person, and I don't have a problem, displaying my confidence.
Okay, so you should be able to do that with your partner.
That's different because if I'm telling you, I want you to do something that makes me feel emotionally good, it's so sappy.
It feels like he's giving up the power.
Yes.
And see, that's not a relationship. That's more of a competition or about like war, love is a battlefield type situation, man. No, man. This is the person you want to be with. This is the person that you show all different sides of yourself to. If that's the person that you have, like you have to be vulnerable.
Okay, but if you have the power, you was the same person. I feel like that's kind of a contradiction because you was the same person that said that you wouldn't propose to the nigga though.
You're right. I won't know.
So I mean, well, what power is it then?
It's a superpower.
Man.
By doing that, it seems like you lose the upper hand by showing who you really are and being vulnerable. It's like weak. It's almost for most people it's a sign of weakness, right?
Yes.
What's a sign of weakness?
Being vulnerable.
Yes.
Because everybody walks around and they have this mask and they're trying to protect themselves and they're trying to show you who you think or what they think you should see and not necessarily their true self. So that's why I say in the relationship, if you can get to a state of being vulnerable, then your relationship elevates to the next level because now that person knows you for who you are.
Right.
And then you're able to grow and, to a whole different level that you never experienced before.
Right. They know who you are.
Right.
There's no more, there's no walls you're hiding behind or anything. But they can
man.
use it against you at the same time.
But see,
and that's what's in the back of my head. If I show you all my cards, then you can use them against me. Rather, if I just give you a card every now and then.
so when do you get to that point then?
Right.
Ask when you get to that point. Are you ever vulnerable in your relationships with people?
Well, right now I'm learning to be more vulnerable, and I feel like it's working, honestly. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, you just gotta be yourself and let them know what's up. Cause like I'm getting too old to be trying to play games and trying to have niggas thinking what's on my mind and all that. Like, just say what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too old to be playing.
What's the worst that can happen though?
Right.
You get hurt. You've been hurt before.
I mean, I've been hurt before, but I don't like wasting my time.
But it's not really a waste of time. I think in my opinion, it's a waste of time if you stay the same. If you don't have faith, take the risk or whatever to be vulnerable, and you just stay the same. I think that's more of a, I don't know.
I agree.
I mean, it's scary, man. Don't get me wrong, dude. It's scary to stand up in front of somebody and say, "This is who I am. Accept me." It's scary. There's no doubt about that.
Either they gonna like it or they not. I mean, you
Facts.
just gotta deal with it.
Facts, man.
If they don't, then just move on to the next. Rather do it earlier than later.
I know it's scary to stand up and say that the Popeyes chicken sandwich is good.
Man, here he go.
But we still accept for that. You know what I'm saying? We still accept you for that.
So it's scary to say that?
You're trash.
Whatever, dude. Whatever,
can't.
man. I'm just trying to lighten it up a little bit,
Complete
man.
another trash. Like I said, I'm
wanna-
taking my steps every day.
I want to touch on a topic
Okay.
Holla.
that we had kind of touched on earlier.
Holla.
So, if y'all come across somebody who doesn't have a social media and who is not on social media, y'all want to talk to them?
Probably not.
What if you came across somebody that didn't have a working cell phone?
How the hell am I gonna come across a nigga that don't got a cell phone?
Hey, man.
How?
About 3 years, I ain't have a working cell phone. I was living a good life.
So how are you making calls?
I wasn't. I mean, I came across, if I got some Wi-Fi or whatever, I would make phone calls. But I wasn't really making phone calls. Actually, man, that was a great time in my life, man. Nobody can get in touch with me. I was able to screen calls
See,
when I wanted
that
to.
kind of
Were you using a house phone?
could
No.
have worked in the 90s and 2000s where we had pay phones
Nah, man, this
and
is recent.
pages
No.
and beepers.
I can't talk to nobody with no cell phone. I'm sorry. Social media, that's different. But
Probably why I didn't have a
cell
girlfriend
phone,
at the time.
Exactly. If you don't have a cell phone, I'm gonna automatically equate that to you being
bum
broke.
nigga. What you gonna do for me? I can do bad by myself. You can't even get a phone,
Oh, I had a phone.
but you didn't have no service. So again, my point says, what are you going to be able to do
But
for
I didn't
me?
want service though, man. That was a choice made.
Okay, well, how about this?
What's up?
What you feel is a choice, I'm gonna see as you being broke.
Okay.
So,
What?
because I'm not gonna give you time to try to explain to me about your choice and why you don't have service. Because I'm already
How am I
thinking
supposed to communicate with you if you don't have a phone? How am I supposed to reach you?
Smoke signals. What am I do?
Just pull up to your house and honk the horn and hopefully you come outside?
Pull up, man.
No.
Oh man.
Nah, that wouldn't work for me.
But I know somebody. I know a few. I know a few people. They would still talk to you. They would.
If he didn't have a phone?
Yeah, they ain't got nothing. These hoes don't have nothing going on for themselves. Just so you know.
Why is it always they don't have anything going on?
They don't
for
have
themselves?
anything going on for themselves.
What if they just see more than just because he got a cell phone, he a broke dude and blah blah
They
blah.
can't
blah, blah.
see anything because their feathers are in their face because they're birds.
I can't.
No.
I can't.
So it's a material thing.
That's actually not a materialistic
No,
thing.
you gotta be able to communicate with
is
that
a-
person
But
though
you
and know
still
that
can.
how.
Get on a computer, send an email, yo. How you doing?
You got a computer, but you don't know. So you go into
So you gotta
someone's
get it, but not your
library.
phone.
You go to someone's library, like the homeless people do, and access to that free Wi-Fi. Oh no! Oh no! Oh,
You just said
that's
I'm
a
gonna
different
communicate with you.
level of,
That's how you communicate.
No,
Yo, send me an email, yo.
no.
Hey, let me get your email.
That's not
address.
sexy. That's not sexy.
I'm sorry, bro, but I can't
That
roll
is
with
not
that one.
sexy. That was probably a good line in 2001.
What you mean?
But no.
That's a form of
Nowadays,
communication.
everyone has a cell phone. It don't matter whether it's a little burner phone, a little flip
Right.
track phone. You know what I'm saying?
I just didn't want a phone, man. I didn't want phone service. But I was still able to communicate.
If no one knows, I don't know. Maybe some of you listeners, maybe I don't know how you watching it, how you know, maybe you in the public library. So I don't know. But if you don't have a phone for whatever reason, just so you know, the same way you apply for stamps, you can apply for a free phone.
Oh yeah, you can't get a phone
Just
through the
saying.
government.
You can get you a government phone.
I
My
would
grandma
never take
had
that phone,
one.
man.
What?
I would never take that phone, man.
So you ain't gonna
free
take
phone?
a government phone,
Nah, man.
but you gonna be fine using the free Wi-Fi in the library, trying to email somebody.
Go to Publix. They got free Wi-Fi there too.
Man, I
McDonald's
cannot.
got free Wi-Fi.
But you too good for a government phone. Since that's the type of niggas I can't stand. They don't. Oh my
What's
god.
wrong with that though?
Oh.
But I'm still able to communicate with you.
No,
I can still
no.
call you. I can still send you emails. I can still text you.
Stop saying emails. Like people are using
I can
emails.
Facebook
outside
message
of this
you.
world.
I can
I'm not
WhatsApp
emailing.
you.
I'm not
I can
emailing my
WhatsApp
nigga.
you.
I'm not emailing.
I can do all of that. I can even call
Off the
you.
computer.
I can even call you. I told you I had a phone, just didn't have service. All I needed was Wi-Fi. I can call you with WhatsApp.
I'm so glad
Messenger,
you
all
said
that.
WhatsApp. Side note, listeners, if a nigga asks you what your WhatsApp is, he's just like, oh, Phil, he don't have a phone.
That's messed up.
That's true.
That's
it's
messed
fact.
up,
Nah, I don't know about that. Nah,
It's
because
true.
a lot of
If a
Caribbean,
nigga, he's
a lot of
either
Caribbean
one,
people use
you're right,
WhatsApp.
it's either one, he don't have a phone. Two, he's a Caribbean nigga who's gonna ask you for that MoneyGram soon.
What?
Period. Period.
Man, what?
He gonna ask for that MoneyGram soon enough. I'm telling you, I know what I know.
Man, you are
I
shot
know
out.
what
You
I
are
know.
shot out.
He gonna have you and Win Dixie every Tuesday sitting that money over.
You sick.
Okay. Okay.
And when Dixie, bro. I'm done, man.
Man, you shot out.
I know what I'm talking about. I'm
I
telling
can't
you.
do.
I have talked to a whole bunch of niggas. I'm telling you. All right.
You shot out, bro. Well, then. I think we're going to wrap things up then.
When Dixie sending MoneyGrams.
And they know y'all know y'all been to Win Dixie at least once.
Yep.
Wiring that money.
Nah, I ain't even wiring no money, but I seen what you talking about. Mm-hmm. That's sick.
Oh, yeah,
man.
you see him in line. So sad.
It still works though. I stand by that.
Anyway,
Oh, okay.
Ash, tell people where to find us.
Y'all can find us on Instagram and Twitter at Chaotic Convos. If y'all have any feedback, questions, concerns, anything y'all want to ask or say, y'all can email us at chaoticconvos@gmail.com. If y'all want to follow me personally on Instagram or Twitter, y'all can follow me at It's Ash Yup, ITSASHYUUP. Yeah.
So you telling me a dude that you attracted to physically come up to you and say, "Yo, hit my email." You ain't gonna email him? Yeah, you ain't saying that. You'll email him.
No.
Yeah, you would. Both of y'all would.
No.
I bet you.
Nah.
No.
All right. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Looks don't matter for everything, Phil.
For some people.
Not
Cause I would equate you telling me to email you and that you don't have a phone to your personality. So that would automatically turn me off.
What
Honestly,
that mean?
Right.
What does that say about my personality?
that you broke.
Right. And broke is a personality.
Okay.
It sure enough is.
All right.
I kind of want to talk about how Spider-Man is not part of MCU anymore.
Yeah, I heard about that, man. That's sad.
It's really sad. Oh, damn. Poor
Next
Tom.
time.
Poor guys, man. They can't read. They ain't got a cell phone. It's just no way.
All they got is that good dick. And listen, you don't want
You
don't want them telling that's dangerous. He ain't got a phone. He can't read, but he's selling some good wood. You gonna get messed up.
Man.
You gonna get messed up in a terrible. That is a demon you need to stay away from. But anyway, you can reach me on Twitter and Instagram at Ansel D'Angelo. It's gonna be DeAngelo.
All right, man. You can follow me or not follow me on Instagram at Hughley143. And yeah, man. Anything profound to say before we get out of here? Anybody?
No, sir.
I'm just gonna remind y'all again. A nigga's gonna do what nigga's gonna do. Keep it in your heads.
Period.
I'm out.
We out of here.
Adios.